was the 4th time that day I'd seen that guy. Or was it the 5th? There's only so much coincidence in the world before you know you're dealing with a creep. Just what I need to round off my week. A psychopathic jerk. A stalker. Making me the stalkee. How lucky can a girl get? Nothing that week had turned out right. Nothing. Zip. It was almost magic the way everything I had touched had gone to hell. Everything that could go wrong did. Then went wrong again in case I'd missed it the first time, which I hadn't. And now this. Yup, it ain't a figment of my losing streak. There really is a guy following me. What's the scenario here? I'm won over by your charm and we start dating, huh? Maybe he just gets off stalking women. Right, screw that. The last thing I'm gonna be is a goddamn victim, especially not this week and not with that creep. So I scream at him, hey, you. Yeah, you. Why the hell are you following me? Don't pretend you haven't been following me, you creep. Stop following me or I'll bite your stupid head off. I'll shred your sniveling dick into salad and then I'll call the police. Don't mess with me. So I get that out, and a few other choice words I reserve for these occasions, and finish it off with a death stare I channel from Medusa. When something really horrible happens, the little toad has the gall to look hurt. He actually stands there as if I have hurt his feelings. As if he was the injured fucking party. Like they're stalkers' rights or something. Amazing! Where do these creeps get off? I bet he didn't even have the balls to be a real psycho. Oh, God. I bet he's an artist. I always attract the worst of the professions. Yes, he had the dumb stare of a sensitive soul. My first ever stalker wouldn't be a hardcore psychopath like I secretly wish so I could write about it, but a sensitive worm. Oh, for God's sake. I'm being stalked by an artiste. Why are they always drawn to me? And I asked him then and there, are you connected to the arts in any way, you sack of vomit? And out slithers like some slimy hairball. Yes. Yes. At that moment, I wanted to invest my remaining money in weapons manufacturing. This had to be about working off karmic crap. He probably even carried his own poems in his pocket. I didn't hear a thing he was saying. I was so disgusted. Not until he asked me out for coffee did I click back in. My stalker was actually asking me out for a coffee. I was so enraged, I blacked out. Standing up. From the deepest, darkest bowels of my self-loathing and desire to kill anything at that moment, I heard myself accepting. Perhaps I had notions of becoming the stalker myself and killing this man. I thought I heard someone snickering, but it must have been my blood rushing to my head. This is how my week fell apart. with ice cream falling in my lap, in the car, in motion. The next day I had no car, and straight away stepped in that. Naturally, given my affinity for finding shits in the world. So I lost it, which made me one shoe short and pissed off the man I wasn't aiming at, which made me late for my interview with a graphic designer, a discussion that predictably revolved around footwear, my simple explanation not sufficing. I couldn't believe my shoe status was ruining my chance for a major move up the career ladder. It did. Fine. I didn't want it after listening to that hog-fattened capitalist scum. The idiot was so hung up on presentation he couldn't distinguish a mine from the hairstyle it came in. Unfortunately, this meant throwing myself at the mercy once again of my boyfriend and his increasing smugness, which lately he had been expressing at every opportunity through his smile. Did he always do that, or was I just noticing it? That day I became fixated on his teeth and the way they expressed his smugness. He always had to make a big production of brushing, as if he was trying to tell me something by doing it in front of me. I do not have bad breath. I'm sorry my teeth don't sparkle like those ads or look as smug as his. Anyway, I snapped. The day had been rough enough without having him throw his Aryan teeth at me. All he could say at the end of my righteous tirade was, PMS, which was a polite man's way of saying bitch. My outburst only strengthened his sense of moral superiority. So I left him, which was fine because he was a twerp and had a dwarf penis. And then this. Love poems. I was sitting in a coffee shop, listening to my stalker reading love poems, dedicated to me, the object of his love. Naturally, I'd end up here. This was the perfect finish to my week. I wondered if he spent his time between poems in police lineups. And the poems were terrible, horrible, awful, putrid gushings of love. He was so full of himself, I wanted to pop him one right there. Talking about love like I was some fair maiden, and he was a chivalrous knight in pursuit. Huh, pursuit! Amazing. The horseshit that comes from the mouths of these artistic stalker types really blows me away. And the thought that he might believe this stuff made me want to retch, made me want to remove his tiny jelly bean balls and shove them up his nostrils. Even his teeth looked smug. I had to take charge. Before I lost grip on my last remaining nerve, I said, cut the crap, you pervert. You just want to get into bed with me. Who do you think I am? Love poems? They're disgusting lies, you hypocritical little rapist. How's that for a love poem? And if you dare give me that wounded look, I'll give you something to feel wounded about. I swear to God. I was no longer on a roll to hell. I'd arrived. I don't know how I ended up in this next circle of hell. I had another blackout, and I was there. I loathed him. I loathed myself. I loathed us both so much it almost felt sublime. The stalker was in bed with his stalkee. I had helped him. Naturally. My life made perfect sense now. I had no more questions for God. I might as well have stepped in front of a truck. The answer would have felt the same. It occurred to me that I had succeeded at nothing quite as well that week as this, becoming intimate with someone I despised. And then he says he wants to fill the room with flowers, that he's never felt happier and more fulfilled in his life, that he's always known the perfect woman was out there and now he'd found her. And I was more beautiful than he had ever hoped. and he was ready to do any and everything to make me happy. To think there might be a woman who could actually fall for this guy. Wouldn't that be something to write about? An act of pure self-destruction turns into an affair. A relationship. Oh God. The horror. Thank God I still have a grip. The week had fried my brain. I would have to go over every one of my emotions before I felt them. And this little archfiend of creeps wasn't joking. He really wanted to fill the room with flowers. Flowers. I knew then and there if I stayed, if I didn't get up and run back to what little remaining sanity I had left, I would stay just to crush him and everything else, including God, just to spite them and prove them all wrong, wrong, wrong. And so, I stayed.
She loves me.
It must have been alignment of the heavens, 'cause normal explanations just don't do. Girls had always brought my life to ruin, but everything made sense when I met you. I thought about tomorrow, another lovely view. We're making happy memories. I know that we were meant to be together. The moon and stars had told me it was true. Now I just can't get enough of thinking about love. So fortunate to be in love with you.